out here riding my bike. It's a beautiful ride. And that's what I want to talk about in this video, is the simplicity of riding a bike. More importantly, or more curiosity wise, what people perceive about us riding bikes. You know, I've spent a lifetime on a bike and I've kind of made that my personality. So when people see me, they always want to talk about bikes, which is cool because I like getting invited to social gatherings, and seems like when I'm around, the conversation definitely gets tilted to bicycle riding. And I think that's good for the people around me too, because people get tired of talking about the weather, talking about work or politics, religion. Yeah, people like talking about bikes. Hey guys. And it's a happy subject. Like, people generally get happy and excited reliving old memories, good times on bicycles. And it makes me wonder as an adult, like, why do those times end for a lot of people? Why do people put down their bikes, something that's brought them joy and freedom and fitness, without even really thinking about it? And then I hear I used to ride a bike. I had a bike when I was a kid, or in school. And people forget about what bicycles are. And I guess they don't forget. They just get busy with life. And I get it. I get busy with life too. And I've had periods where I didn't ride as much because I was busy with a job or moving into a new house or relationships, turning 16 and getting a car, like college, work after college. But luckily with me, those periods have been pretty slim, small periods of time, because I've kept the bicycle part of my life routine. I'm 56 years now, so definitely through my childhood, adolescence, teenage years, college, young adult, and now I'm getting to that age where I'm a senior adult, and I've never really let the bicycle out of my sight for very long. It's my passion. I'm glad I have a passion. There's a lot of adults I ask sometimes, like, what do you do? And I really want to know, like, what do you do? Like, what do you like to do? Maybe that's a better way to put it. What do you like to do? Because when you say, what do you do? People just talk about their job. I'm not really fishing for that. I'm fishing for, like, what are your passions? What makes you you? And sometimes I revert that question right back to them. I'm like, well, no, I'm glad you're a biologist. That's a cool profession. But what I want to know is, like, what are your hobbies? Do you play a sport, or do you walk, or do you fish, or do you knit, or do you bike ride? It's really what I'm asking. But it's curious to see how many adults don't have an answer. It's noble to have children and involve yourself with taking your children to soccer practice and football practice and band practice. And I guess, when I was a kid, your parents used to send you to those, get on your bike and go to baseball practice, afterwards come home. Nowadays, parents accompany their kids to everything. I'm glad I had that freedom as a kid. I love my parents, but it was nice to be able to get away sometimes. Times were different. Times were probably a little bit safer. And that's just the way I grew up. But nowadays, I get people that say, well, I take my kid to soccer practice. Okay. And you watch your kid get coached by someone else. Soccer, what do you do? Like, you play on my phone. Yeah, that's a good time to go walk around the soccer field, or go for a jog, or get a little freedom. That's just my mentality. And I do think it's, like I said, it's noble to get your kids involved with with things and be part of their lives. Obviously that is important for the next generation, so we don't get a bunch of heathens. But sometimes you got to think about, you know, your hobby. So if you don't have a hobby or a passion, or if you had one and you put it down, maybe, you know, realize life is short. Don't disregard those things for too long. Hey guys, how there? So I remember, you know, I used to like to fly a kite when I was a kid, and recently I got back into kite flying. I'm asking myself, why did you go so long without flying kites? So think about it, guys. If there's something you like to do when you were younger, no reason not to pick it back up. Hi there.
Sorry.
That's okay.